Do any of you have a particular favorite episode of Ouran that you've done, or any particular part you like the most?
The ones I was in.
You know, there were so many great moments in this series, and I love so many of them. But you know, my favorite episode probably would have to be the episode with Kyoya. With Tamaki, like when you go back and he first meets Kyoya, and he flips out over the katatsu table, and you know, show me this and take me there, and I just love that episode. I always love episodes where you get some kind of backstory about the characters. You come to love these characters, and you've watched them, and you've laughed with them for 10 or 15, 20 episodes, and then all of a sudden they share something with you about their background. And suddenly there's this deeper element and more richness to the character, the things that you didn't know, maybe that leads them to be the kind of person they are. And I know that's kind of heavy and dramatic, but I love that kind of stuff. And I think that's one of the things that makes anime so popular. That's one of the reasons we love it so much, is that it's not, you know, Bugs Bunny Roadrunner. It's got these, it's comic and it's funny, but then it's got these deep dramatic elements and passion and suspense and relationship. And so I love that episode between Kyoya and Tamaki.
This also is a hard question for me to answer because as the director, I've seen every episode many times, practically have every line memorized. But the one that I always end up going back to, and I was reminded of this just today as I was talking to my best friend for breakfast, is episode 10, when the host club comes to Haruhi's house. Her father for the first time. And you know, I think there's something special about every episode, but when you compare 10 to some of the others, I mean, the club isn't cosplaying. They're not going on some strange adventure. You know, there isn't anything terribly wacky outside of her cross-dressing father. But I just really love it. I love the rapport that they all have with each other outside of school and exploring those relationships. And Vic was kind enough to give me a gift of a piece of storyboard art from that episode. So, I think that episode is great. Yeah. I love when they come to the door. Haruhi-chan! Come out and play! Good question.
How did you capture Tamaki's, like, aura and, like, his...
Aura high school, you know? You know what? Let me tell you something about Tamaki. When Caitlin fell in love with this show, years before Funimation even was able to license it, when there was really no way of knowing whether or not any of us would ever get to be a part of it, she called me one day and said, "You have to check out this show. I'm going to give you a disc with a couple of episodes, because you are Tamaki soon." I'm like, "Okay, I'll check it out." I was expecting him to be all hot and cool, and he's fast. I'm like, "What are you trying to say?" Don't mince words with me. But as I watched it, I just fell in love with that character. And you know what? The guy that plays Tamaki in Japanese is unparalleled. His voice is amazing. And you know, when we first started recording this, he speaks lower, his lower voice, at least as Tamaki, than I did. Well, I can do that, of course. But that doesn't sound like a high school kid. And so there was that fine line between him sounding like the age he's supposed to be, and at the same time having a kind of a richness and fullness. And it's tricky because the kid that played Tamaki is like 21 or 22 years old. I am not. I'm in the higher 20s. For all intents and purposes. So thank you so much for saying that. We struggled with that because, I mean, she will tell you, I dreamed and really hoped and prayed for the chance to play this character. And I kind of felt like I was afraid that I jinxed myself because, you know, as an actor, the worst thing you want to do is get your sights set on a character before you've been cast, because chances of you getting it, you know, you don't know. But I wanted so much to do a good job with him because he was such a wonderful, endearing character. And, I mean, she'll even tell you, I mean, we like, let's do that line again. And she'd be like, well, it was fine. I'm like, I know, but I want to do it again. Because I just want to keep the experience going, and I want him to be the best he can be. So thank you for that kindness, and I certainly did my best to embody Tamaki's personality as much as I could. Question? Another one. Here, over here.
Okay. Do you think we could start a round of the Namahage song?
think we can if you start it.
Okay. Namahaga, 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 namahaga.
That's right.
Commentary? I remember that.
I have to get myself a namahage. Question. All the way in the back, sir.
Which one?
Was there any particular episode that was harder to direct than any other?
Harder to direct than any other. Yes. Let me think of which one that might be. Gosh, can I think about that while we answer other questions? Because that's, 26 episodes to go through in my head. I'm thinking. Someone ask him a question.
What was your favorite blooper from the show?
Well, I seriously don't remember a moment of recording. I don't think I've even heard the blooper reel, to be completely honest. I'm here for so many reasons. This is just not one of them. I'm sorry. Go Ouran!
What about when you were king of the host club?
That was me. That's
right.
me.
That's Caitlin.
Yeah, but I get emails about that. I'm really sorry. If you get emails, I get emails where people are confused. They're like, did you really play Haruhi? Because when I heard the outtakes, it's Colleen. I'm like, no, that's me pretending to be Colleen. And I adore Colleen. Another show that I am so blessed to get to be a part of is the new One Piece. Colleen is really awesome as Luffy. She blows my mind. So I like to pretend that I could be like a tenth of as awesome as that and like do random Luffy voices. And it's my dream that one day they're going to like need a pickup line and Colleen will be off jet setting. She's not there and they're like, get Caitlin to do it. And I
Which
get to
means it's her dream that one day I will fall down dead.
I know what she does.
I told you she heard that conversation.
To be Luffy, so I don't really want the role. I just want to get to go in and be like, I'm going to be king of the pirates. Like just one. So that's me.
You know who else wants to play that role is Travis. King of the Pirates.
I'm still thinking about your question.
Bloopers. We had a lot of fun. We had a lot of fun with the bloopers. I don't know. Every time, Tamaki at the end always says, the Ouran Host Club will be waiting for you. And we would always try to, Ouran Host Club will be waiting for you. And, and the Ouran Host Club will be waiting for you. And like, how many different ways can you do it, right? And so one time I was waiting for you. Ouran Host Club. And Kate was like, let's put that in the blooper reel. And I was like, okay. So I love doing the little, and there were a couple little Star Wars references that we did.
Yeah.
This isn't what was that you're looking for?
The droid.
Yeah, there was
Something is the
yeah,
droid thing.
yeah, but
Nakazawa. The one with Nakazawa.
Yeah, it is.
oh, and then there was the one where Tamaki was running down the steps, and he was like, please bring the car around.
Yeah.
Bring to the car. I just completely lost it. Please bring. Okay, she's still thinking, so, question? Yes, my dear.
What's your favorite line?
Please. No, there are too many great lines. Tamaki's got so many great
Like
lines.
that Kiyoya.